You've probably played a Pokemon game like this at some point in your life. Pick the coolest starter, give it the strongest moves, and run through the gyms like a hot knife through butter to become the champion. What if I told you that Pokemon is actually the most advanced game of chess that you've ever played, and despite having over 1,000 hours into these games myself, I am still not a Pokemon master, and you're probably not either. That is exactly why I hired a professional to teach me competitive Pokemon to help me climb the ranks to become a true Pokemon master.
I think we go Salt Vest. I just realized my Incineroar does not have a Protect. Dude, this team's kind of busted. This is the worst thing in the world. I hate this so much. Dude, holy smokes. I just got absolutely freaking rolled in this game. Yes!
Before I can become a master, though, there are 3 things I need to learn. Type chart, how to build a team, and of course, how to actually battle. For starters, here is the Pokemon type chart. You may be looking at this and thinking, when did this get so complicated? Well, guess what? It always has been. I don't know how, but our little 8-year-old brain somehow looked at this and just knew that grass absorbed water, water put out fire, and fire burnt grass. There are 18 total typings in all of Pokemon, which makes for 324 possible typing matchups, and I have to memorize all of them.
All of the super effective typings. We have grass and rock. Fire is effective against grass, ice, bug, steel. I think that's it. Okay, water is fire, ground, rock, electric, water, flying. I think that's it. I don't know. Psychic is effective against fighting. Here's the thing. Like, these are all the ones that I know. There's definitely more to this list. Ghost is effective against fighting. How is that? You can't fight a ghost unless you're talking Ghostbusters. So I guess that makes sense. Dark and Ghost. Okay, no, I did know that one. There's still 17 left. I messed up this bad. Okay, steel has to be effective against more things. Fire is effective against steel. I got that. Grass, ice. Steel is super effective against ice because you use a pickaxe to break the ice. That makes sense. A pickaxe to break the ice. This is literally how I studied for my nursing classes. It was this similar situation here. Steel and rock because you're using a pickaxe on both ice and rock. Friggin' Minecraft, dude. It's Minecraft at its core. Pokemon's just Minecraft. Dark, steel, dragon. I'm clicking away like my life depends on it. 3, 2, and 1. I'm editing with a 38 out of 51. Oh, wait. Oh, I got a 75. The average score is 85. Okay. Maybe I should try to shoot for an 85 then.
After taking the quiz for over an hour, I was finally able to get my first 100% while I was randomly clicking around. But it still helped because then after that, I only missed 4, and immediately after that, I got my first 98%, this time without any guessing.
I have one more. Oh my gosh, come on. What is this last one? Dude, I'm literally missing one. It's like the one that I have ingrained in my brain so hard that I forgot about it.
Now, if I was to compare this to chess, it's like we just figured out where all of the pieces go on the board. We still have no idea what they do or how we're going to use them. Before jumping into a call with my competitive Pokemon mentor, Nezzy, I wanted to try my hand at building a team with the knowledge that I already had. Despite playing these games to catch these fun, different colored Pokemon for most of this time, I actually started watching competitive Pokemon about a year ago with Wolfie VGC's creator tournament where he got a bunch of creators like Ludwig, Jaden Animation, Connor Eats Pants, and a ton of others to compete head-to-head in double Pokemon battles. Since then, I began watching the official regional tournaments as I was shiny hunting for my videos, and I started to notice a pattern of a bunch of different Pokemon that were being used over and over again, all with very specific movesets each time. So using this information, I decided to start building my team of 6 in Pokemon Showdown, which is basically just like a battle simulator that allows you to build and test your teams completely free. Hashtag not an ad, by the way. It's just a thing in the Pokemon community.
What Pokemon do I want to add to my team? I know Gyarados. Gyarados has been used pretty frequently. You know who else has been used a lot is that I really like. I kind of like the dynamic. Amoonguss. Ogerpon, Gyarados, Amoonguss. What else? I mean, we got Urshifu. I know Urshifu is an absolute menace. I need a special attacker. I think Ogerpon's actually a special attacker. Listen. Here's the thing. I know more than than it seems like I know. That's for sure. I think Ogerpon's actually a special attacker. Fluttermane. I know Fluttermane is an absolute menace kind of across the board. Let's do Incineroar. We take Gyarados out. What's another Pokemon that allows you to get a speed boost? What am I looking for? Like a Talonflame. What is that called? What is the move called? Tailwind? I think it's Landorus. I think Landorus is really good. Tailwind. Tailwind is illegal. You can't use Tailwind? I could have swore that one of the genies learned it. Oh, should I bring out a Ducklet, dude? Oh, there it is. It's Tornadus that learns it. Okay, then we definitely want to get a Tailwind on that one. Okay, so we're here now. We're here now. We are building a team. Ogerpon, which is going to cover grass types. Amoonguss, which is sheer support. Fluttermane, which is also going to be more of a support type Pokemon. Urshifu, which is going to come in hitting fast. Incineroar, which is going to hit fast. And Tornadus. Do I need Ogerpon here? You know what? I'm going to get rid of Ogerpon. I'm going to add in a Pokemon that I just want to use. All right. I'm going to add in a Pokemon that is near and dear to my heart. It was the first starter Pokemon that I ever got in my life when I was like 7 years old. And it's this little guy right here, except I'm going to do his final evolution. Obviously, I'm not going to take a Totodile to Masters. I think I'm going to go for Alligator here. Now, yes, I do have an Urshifu Rapid Strike as well as a Feraligatr. I don't know how I feel about that, so I think I'm gonna lock this in. All right, I think this is a solid team. Let's start building this out here. I'm gonna go Rocky Helmet. I think we're gonna lock in Effect Spore. You go Pollen Puff. You have to go Pollen Puff. Gotta get a Protect in there. I know Protect is like the staple of VGC. Oh, Rage Powder I know is used a lot to like redirect people's attacks. I think I go for a Stun Spore. We'll go Calm Nature. So what's typical? Okay, this is nice. This is nice. I'm learning. Let's build out this Rapid Strike Urshifu. We want this thing to hit hard and fast. Do we want Choice Band or Choice Scarf? Do we want to boost attack or speed? Probably attack, right? But attack's not bad. Fluttermane. Item, booster, energy. Kind of have to have that. Don't really have a choice not to have that. Moonblast. I think we go Fairy Terra so that we can hit hard. Then the big boy, Incineroar. I think we go Assault Vest. I think we put a Terra Blast on it, and then we go Terra. Maybe we go Grass Terra. Yeah. Grass Terra, Incineroar. If they go to use... Oh, wow. Dude, this is the biggest brain moment I've ever had while playing any sort of Pokemon battle in my life. So we're Fire Dark type. We're weak to Water, Ground, and Rock. Grass covers all of those typings with the Terra Blast. Oh, but Nasty Plot could be big if we start out with it, get a little setup. We start out with the Nasty Plot and Tailwind. Oh no, not Nasty Plot. Sorry, we wouldn't want to range special attack. We would do Swords Dance. Then we have Tornadus. We'll get a Protect. I just realized my Incineroar does not have a Protect. Let's go Protect here. All right, item for Alligator. For Alligator is going to be a special attacker here. Do we lock in a Choice Specs? I think we go Choice Specs, I guess. Let's see what moves we can put on this thing. Ice Punch hits hard. We definitely want Ice Punch. And we lock in a Protect. Oh, Earthquake. Earthquake, I don't think will affect our Fluttermane, right? Or our Terra Ground Amoonguss. Oh, that could be huge. Let's lock that in. All right. That's the team. Heck yeah. Dude, I feel pretty solid about this team. I'm not gonna lie.
And again, if I was to compare this to chess, it's like having a queen who could just jump over a pawn, can't be attacked from side to side, can move 2 times in a row, and if it wants to, it could just turn into a knight or something. Do you see how this is just as competitive as chess? With my team of 6, I decided to try and do some battles in Showdown to see not just how my team does, but also how I do in a battle. And believe it or not, it went exactly how you think it did.
We're gonna Fire Punch the Zapdos. Oh, Tornadus is using Taunt. That's fine. Oh no! The close combat. That's crazy. That's 100% on me. So you're fighting flying. I should Terra Ice this for Alligator. I'm gonna U-turn the Zapdos and then Ice Punch also the Zapdos. Oh, they withdrew. They withdrew. Gosh darn it. Let's just keep this for Alligator alive. I'm gonna Ice Punch into the Zapdos. Only 26? Dude, that thing is bulky. Holy smokes. I think I go for a Protect here. And then Ice Punch Tornadus to get it out of here. Oh, come on, dude. Tornadus is just chilling right now. Flare Blitz. No! Amoonguss goes down. Dude, I'm kind of trash at this, huh? All right, I'm going to log in for Alligator. And we're going to surf. We're gonna surf, and then Tornadus is going to protect here. Zapdos is a Terra Ground right now. This could hit really hard. This could be a big play. As long as they don't swap out, and they do. But I still think that I kill both of those. Right? Yes! Yes! That Terra Ground was huge! It's a 2v1 against Incineroar. Dude, this team's kind of busted. Oh, wait, they have a Flutter Mane. Oh, that's problematic. That is problematic. But it's... What typing are you? Ghost Fairy? What happens if I U-turn? Can I U-turn if I don't have a Pokemon to swap into? I think I just Bleak Wind Storm. I have to attack here. Tornadus flinch. No! And the Moonblast! Dude, that hits so hard. Dang it, dude. I didn't know they had the Flutter Mane. Hey, this isn't a bad matchup, though. I feel like I did okay. And would you believe it? The next one went just as poor, and I lost in less than 5 minutes. Sure enough, the third time's the charm, and I managed to find my first ever VGC victory once they quit the match, though. But I still felt like I had some decent plays, so maybe it was a rage quit. The next battle, I saw myself in some real trouble since they seem to have a really well-diverse team, so I took my time to really think for this one. This is going to be a heck of a fight. Steel Dragon, Ghost Fairy, lock in the Tailwind, as always, and then Ice Punch or Tralodon. Moonblast, I survive. Ice Punch, that does nothing. I think I'm gonna do a double swap, and then I'm gonna bring back. Perfect. That was a good swap. Good swap. Proud of that, actually. Is that enough to take it down? 1 HP with the friggin' Focus Sash. Dang it. Oh, and Flutter Mane goes down. Dazzling Gleam. No, they got crit. Fallen Puff is just not gonna do anything. Tornadus. Oh, this is not looking good. This is a master. To me, at least in my mind, this is a Master's Rank gameplay. Bleak Wind Storm again, or do I got a U-turn. So, sorry for pausing here, but why on earth did I just hit U-turn? I don't have any Pokemon on the bench. I don't have anybody to swap into. Who let me play this game? After making such a horrible play, I finally clicked Bleak Wind Storm and was able to close the battle with 2 KOs, but unfortunately not the victory. I decided to do one last battle with the team, and holy smokes, I don't know how it happened, especially with some of my choices, but I managed to pull off my first ever competitive win. No quits either this time, just pure, raw Pokemon battle. Okay, so clearly I had some absolute horrible plays, like clicking U-turn when I don't have any Pokemon on the bench, which makes for a really good time to introduce my competitive Pokemon coach, Nezzy. Everyone say hi, Nezzy.
Hi, Nezzy.
Nezzy is a competitive Pokemon player who, in just over a year, managed to grow his Twitter to over 3,400 followers, including the likes of notable people in the Pokemon community, like some of the official Pokemon casters. And despite having a full-time job and just having a baby, he's more than halfway to qualifying for the 2024 World Championships. So I gave Nezzy a call and sat quietly as he just absolutely tore my team apart. All right, Nezzy.
Hello.
So I've submitted my team to you. I'm assuming, you have some notes on it. And before we even get into anything, I do want to say I did a couple extra battles, and I do already see flaws. The biggest one being I'm dual water typed. Not really necessary. I'm going to let you just absolutely destroy everything that I know and everything that I've done to create this team. So, yeah, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Where do you,
All right, I'll point out the big red flags first, okay? Just so like you'll remember, like, hey, this is a big no-no. So choice lock items are good. People use them a lot in VGC. Choice specs, choice band, choice scarf. They all offer a very good immediate bonus, to special attack, and speed, respectively. It's like very good items to use. A big thing to do is, like, I would say probably 99% of the time you don't want to use protect on a choice locked Pokemon, because you're being locked into a move. So if, like, say you were to lead that Urshifu with Choice Band and you were to use Protect or Detect, then you would be locked into it. So basically at that point, you pretty much just have to swap out because you're not going to be able to do anything. So that's one thing there. Another thing is your Assault Vest on Incineroar. So you actually can't even use Protect.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the Assault Vest with the Protect goes crazy because it's just like I'm just giving the competition a handicap, basically,
by only having 3 moves on that.
Right.
So yeah, I do appreciate that.
Okay.
That was possibly the dumbest thing that I could have done.
And then another thing too, on the Feraligatr, you have choice specs, which helps your surf, but you also don't really get any advantage if you were to use Ice Punch or Earthquake or obviously Protect, like we talked about. So at that point,
So true.
at that point, it's just kind of hurting you a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Those are the only like major red flags. It's just like the Protects where they shouldn't be. Other than that,
I'll take that. That's not too bad. I mean, there's three big red flags.
So Incineroar is not really used as like an attacker. So what I mean by that is pretty much people give it 252 EVs in HP and then split the rest among defense, like I'm doing right now on my screen. So they'll pretty much run, I think they do like 164 defense and then throw the rest, and 92 special defense. So they literally don't even run any attacking investment. And now, the reason for that is the way to run Incineroar, and I'm starting with Incineroar because it's the VGC Pokemon.
That's why it's on the team.
Right. So obviously Intimidate, one of the best abilities in all of Pokemon, like just being able to immediately lower damage output on the other end is super valuable. You gain value from it all the time, so it's a really good ability. And then we'll also go with Fake Out as one of its moves. So Fake Out is only a 40 base power move, so obviously it's not doing a lot of damage, but what it does do is it guarantees a flinch on your opponent unless they're a ghost type or they have some ability that doesn't allow them to be flinched. So
I've had that used against me actually a couple of times in battle as well.
That's one of the best moves in competitive, I would say.
All right, so I mean, is that it for the team, you think? Team's pretty much locked in right now?
Yeah, I like it. I think this is good. We have a cool little Feraligatr set that I'm kind of interested to see how it works. We have, pretty good Flutter Mane. I mean, Flutter Mane is Flutter Mane, so it's going to be
right.
It's going to give you a lot of value there. Standard Dark Earth is going to do a lot of damage. You have a bulky Amoonguss, you have a bulky Incineroar that you're going to be able to do a lot with, and then Tornadus as well is going to be able to support your team a lot. I will say, honestly, let's make this Flutter Mane just a little bit bulkier, just so I can sleep at night, okay?
That's fine with me.
So we're going to give it, we'll give it that, and let's just throw a little bit into into HP, like 156, hit, something like that. Just a very standard bulk kind of spread. It's going to be able to live a little bit more with that, I think. And it also, giving it HP, although it does have a high special defense stat, it does have a low HP stat, so it's not going to take special hits super well, really just in general. So giving it a little bit more HP will help us out with that as well. So, okay, that's the last thing, though. I think everything else looks good.
Okay, so despite having some completely useless moves and items that hurt more than they helped, overall it wasn't too shabby of a team, but it was still pretty freaking bad. And now that we have our team built in Showdown, I needed to actually build this team in the game, but of course I had to have all of the shiny versions of all of these Pokemon. I did start this whole YouTube thing with shiny hunting Pokemon after all. Oh, and this is the only Pokemon on the team that is shiny locked, so unfortunately no shiny Urshifu's here. The rest of the team I'd already shiny hunted in the past, so I just pulled them in from other boxes, all except Amoonguss. I did have an Amoonguss, but it wasn't the shiny version. And how lame would it be if I was to play this entire matchup with all shiny Pokemon except for this one stupid lame mushroom? So I made a quick sparkling sandwich and found the shiny in less than 10 minutes and then evolved the entire team into the killing machines that they are meant to be. Now, there's no need for me to sit here and go through the entire process of building this team. I pretty much just bought a ton of expensive items, changed some moves around, gave all my Pokemon a new Terra type, and a bunch of items. So let's just jump to the fun part. I very well could have tested this entire team you see above me in Showdown just to see how it works, but like, what fun is that? I feel like that's cheating. I feel like we need to just jump right into it and start battling, and that's exactly what I did. The first battle, much to my surprise, actually went well. I chose Tornadus and Feraligatr as my openers with Urshifu and Flutter Mane on the bench. I opened up with a Tailwind and hit Gardevoir with an Ice Punch, which they then came back hard and fast to deal some huge damage. I swapped in Urshifu and Terra'd my Feraligatr to make sure that Gardevoir goes down, and Urshifu just eats an Ice Beam. The opponent brought out a Meowscarada, which is interesting since they know I have Ice Punch, and I already hit Empoleon with the Sucker Punch. No surprise, Meowscarada goes down alongside my Feraligatr, who's already done what it needed to do, to be honest. And I bring in Fluttermane, as they bring in their last Pokemon, Dragonite, which is great for my Fairy-type Fluttermane. I go with another Sucker Punch to take out the Empoleon, Moonblast the Dragonite, and the next turn, double up and take the first victory of a very, very, very long journey. The next matchup unfortunately didn't go so great. The opponent started with a Torkoal and Executor, and I brought in Tornadus and Incineroar. They swapped in Raging Bolt, who I quickly learned is going to be one of the biggest enemies in this entire video. Raging Bolt is a dragon electric type Pokemon that has the move Thunderclap. That is a priority move and goes first if I am attacking, and honestly, it hits pretty freaking hard. I tried to do a defensive Terra on Tornadus, which actually helped quite a bit, but then Raging Bolt takes Urshifu down to its Focus Sash, and I still didn't even get the kill. Poor play after poor play, I end up with just Incineroar and Tornadus on the field, and just don't have the damage to take out their Pokemon, causing me to lose the battle. We have a lot to learn. The first loss hurts, but it's to be expected, especially with them having the absolute monster Pokemon that is Raging Bolt on their team. The next battle, I slowed down, took my time, and really thought about this battle, and despite losing my Amoonguss, I ended up pulling out the win. The fourth battle, though, is where things got really interesting, and not in a good way. The team that I was up against was the exact team that Nezzy went up against as we were testing, and is a regional winning team. So basically, even if they make some poor choices, the team literally beat hundreds of people and is only the fourth matchup that I've had since using my team. And I have a Feraligatr. Since talking with Nezzy, I know that they're going to rely on Blizzard with both Ninetales and Articuno, so I start with Tornadus and Urshifu and bring in Incineroar and Feraligatr. I quickly set up the rain to get rid of the snow and go for a Wicked Blow into Articuno, taking it down to half HP, but it still got the Blizzard off and did some huge damage to Urshifu. I do a big Protect play with Urshifu to save it, but the Blizzard still hits and knocks out my Tornadus here. Mistake number 1. I decide to swap into Incineroar and for some reason don't use Fake Out, but I do Sucker Punch Articuno to get the kill and trade with my Urshifu dying to a Moonblast. Mistake number 2. I'm now down to just Feraligatr and Incineroar, and they bring out the next troublesome Pokemon, Ogerpon. Ogerpon is a new Pokemon that, depending on the mass that it holds, it changes its typing from either Grass Fire, Grass Rock, or Grass Water. And it has a move called Ivy Cudgel that hits for 100 damage and is 100% accurate. This thing is a monster. And of course, theirs is a Water type. And guess who just set up the rain? Me. I did. I set up the rain for them. You're welcome. So now it's hitting a weather-boosted Terra Water Helping Hand Ivy Cudgel right into my Incineroar. And whoa, don't you love to see it? But they have a Raging Bolt in the back, baby! Let's go! I'm so stressed out. I just want to go home. That's the only place I want to go. I don't want to go anywhere else. Oh. Now, quick break here. I do just want to say that I'm going to be doing a ton of matches before I get up to the Master Rank. So to save yourselves all the sanity of sitting here and watching an 8-hour-long video, if not more, I'm only going to be covering all of the major learning points and some of the bigger battles that happened leading up to the Master Rank. And this next match, well, I have to say, when looking at this team initially, I had no idea what any of these Pokemon did. But what I did learn is that Terra Normal Blood Moon Ursaluna can deal so much damage it pierces through the screen right into my heart as I just get absolutely destroyed by this thing. Luckily for me, this next match had this exact Pokemon, which this time I was ready for, and after killing the Talonflame and Hydreigon nice and early, I immediately doubled up into their Blood Moon Ursaluna to get the kill and eliminate the threat as soon as possible, leading me to get a huge rank up to rank 3. But of course, I was quickly humbled in the next match by Terra Poison Venusaur that just absolutely wiped my team, which leads to another post on the board, Terra types. Literally just Terra types in general. They can absolutely disrupt the game, and it makes it so hard to deal with it, as you just don't know what this Pokemon can turn into, because any Pokemon can turn into any one of the 18 typings at any given moment. The next 3 battles, I go for the Shadow Ball.
Not going to be enough to kill it. Nope, because my special attack is lowered. Oh, and he goes for Dazzling Gleam anyway. Fake out. Gotta make me flinch. This guy's showing up, man. Dude, come on. And it's freaking protecting. Dude, I'm so angry right now. I'm so angry right now. It's disgusting. What the heck is Quash do? The move was postponed? What does that mean? This game's trash, dude. Holy smokes. This is the worst thing in the world. I hate this so much.
But despite that rage, I reeled it back in for the 10th battle to end the night playing for 4 hours straight with a 5-5 record. During the time of recording this, the 2024 EUIC was taking place, so I was able to watch a ton of high-level Pokemon gameplay, and I actually learned a lot before I even started recording this day. Like, just how important the meta is, what Pokemon are being used, what the moves are that they usually run. And this seems super obvious, and I even mentioned it earlier in the video, but when you are just going in blind like I feel I am, it can be absolutely brutal when you don't know what you're up against. So with this news, it was time for me to get absolutely rolled as I learned what the meta even was. First match of the day, I had a horrible lead and sacked my Incineroar way too early. I then accidentally sacked my Fluttermane to a Bullet Punch Scizor to lose the first game of the day. Therefore, this next match, I came up super aggressive with an offensive start early to win the next 2 games. And I won the next one because of the person quitting after I shut down their Regigigas entirely. Hey, listen, a win is a win. I don't care if they rage quit, that still counts as a +1 on the win board, alright? And I have absolutely zero shame being excited about this. Fear not, though, I did get absolutely smoked by an Iron Bundle the next match where it froze my Incineroar, so it just couldn't do anything, and now I have no counter, and I ended up just losing. And when I ran into my worst Nightmare Raging Bolt, paired with an Urshifu, well...
Thunderclap. Yeah, I mean, there was just no way that I was going to win that, right? Just no way. And then he hits a Surging Strikes. Dude. Dude, the combo of water... Dude, these 2 Pokemon are just so busted. Thunderclap. Dude, holy smokes. I just got absolutely freaking rolled in this game.
Quick update, Raging Bolt is still a menace. And it was at this moment that I started to kind of question if Dark Urshifu was the best out of the 2 choices. And I know I have a water type already, but being able to hit a Surging Strike which hits 3 times and a critical hit every single time kinda just sounds really nice. But I don't have one. Not yet, at least. Despite those last few games going so far downhill further than Sisyphus's boulder, I somehow managed to pull off a 6-game win streak. Not, of course, before losing to, surprise, another Blood Moon Ursaluna. These 2 Pokemon are just the absolute worst, okay? And throughout all this mayhem, by the grace of God, I made my way up to Tier 7 in the Great Ball League. At Tier 7, I have played 28 total matches, and my record is somehow dead even. So I decided to make a new challenge on top of just trying to get to Masters rank. I decided that I needed to get to Masters rank in less than 100 battles. Now I know, that's a lot of matches, but when you have absolutely no experience, barely know what you're doing, and haven't tested this team at all, it's a pretty fair challenge. At least in my eyes. I make the rule and it's my video. Clearly you can tell that it's still going to be a challenge given how much time is left in this video. It's not going to be easy for me. I'm still fighting an uphill battle. My next opponent had an Articuno and a Alolan Ninetales start, which, as we learned before, can easily be shut down with Tornadus' Rain Dance. But what I didn't think about was how Flare Blitz is now nerfed, and it doesn't get the kill on Ninetales, and instead, my Tornadus goes down to a Blizzard. I brought out Feraligatr and decided to click Psychic Fangs on the Ninetales and go for another Flare Blitz into Articuno, but they went for the ever-so-rare double swap, which worked out in their favor. So I chose to Terra my Feraligatr because my good friend Raging Bolt, and swap in a Moongus, but they brought out Ninetales to set the snow again, and here I am with my pants down having 2 Grass-type Pokemon in the front of an Ice, Terra, Articuno. Fair to say, I didn't win this game. And in the process, I learned a very valuable lesson. Do not bring an Amoonguss in front of an Ice-type Pokemon. I tried playing another match, but yet again, the fatigue set in, and I found myself just reacting instead of thinking, causing me to just think damage instead of strategy, and lost not only the match, but also my sanity.
No, he hit the shadow ball before me. I was supposed to hit the shadow ball first. I gotta get this Fluttermane out of here, right? Like, the Fluttermane's the biggest threat. Now he's going for a swap into I don't know what. Oh, an Ogerpon. I mean, it's all right. Although, no, it has water absorb. I did liquidation. I did water into water Ogerpon again. All right, just in case it does follow me, I'm ice punching. Yeah, IV Cudgel. I mean, that's such an obvious freaking play, dude. It's crazy. Dragon Pulse? Yeah, dude, I'm trash. I'm literally trash at this game, dude. I'm so trash! Getting tired. I've been playing for like 4 hours.
At this point, it has officially been 1 week since I started recording this video, and the way things were going, I really needed to check in with my coach Nezzy to do some reevaluation of my team, because I'm still absolutely clueless. With some new adjustments to the team, I was sent on to the 31st battle, and I found myself slowing down more and thinking about each play, trying to read the enemy, but that doesn't mean that it was a flawless victory. I tried to anticipate the swap of Incineroar, so I doubled down on Tornadus, but he fakes out my Urshifu, and I get some chip damage on the Tornadus. So then I knock off their Incineroar and Ice Spin their Tornadus, but unfortunately, it's still not enough to get the kill. They go for the double swap to bring out Grimmsnarl and Fluttermane, and I U-turn my Urshifu to bring out my Fluttermane. And this is where things got big brain. I clicked Terra Fairy and Shadow Ball into their Fluttermane to get the kill and go on to Shadow Ball the Incineroar, and thanks to the Rocky Helmet, take it down. Unfortunately, they Bleak Wind both my Amoonguss and Fluttermane to get the kill, and I decide to Surging Strikes the Grimmsnarl and knock off their Tornadus for the win. I lost the following game, and then I came face to face with a Pokemon that I severely underestimated. They opened up with a Terrakion and Whimsicott start, so I go to Spore the Terrakion and Ice Punch the Whimsicott. Well, they commit to a Terra Grass Terrakion, stopping the Spore from ever being able to hit, and hit their Terrakion with Beat Up so that it gets attack to raise up to +5, and it just absolutely rolls me and all of my Pokemon into another dimension. Now, normally when you compete in an official Pokemon tournament, they provide you what they call open team sheets. It basically is a piece of paper that tells you every little detail about your opponent's team. So, in this case, if I knew that Terrakion was a Grass Terra type, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but there's a chance that I could have predicted that Terra and Ice Punch the Terrakion to hopefully get the kill so that it doesn't go on to dominate and destroy everything that I know and love. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the ladder, and we don't have such luxuries. We just have some blindfolds, some optimism, and a whole lot of prayers. I actually went on to win the next 2 games, and in the next match, I learned that Farigiraf's Armor Tail prevents all priority moves, so don't click Fake Out. With 2 more wins under my belt after being super aggressive to take out an Oranguru, I found myself in rank 8 of the Great Ball League, and only 3 more ranks sit between me and the Masters ranking. But unfortunately, that wouldn't last too long. The next match, I just did all of the obvious plays to get absolutely rolled yet again. Then I ran into an exploding Metagross, who then forfeited, so I got the win, but then I couldn't kill a Gouging Fire and King Gambit combo, and then wasted a Terra to die to an Ogerpon, and a Tornadus living on 1 would cause me to lose and eventually D-rank all the way back down to rank 7.
I'm gonna be honest, I am struggling right now. Reaching my breaking point, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, that all happened pretty quickly. But just when I felt the lowest I've been all video, everything I've learned up to this point of the video will come together in this next game, as it gives me the momentum I needed to keep pushing forward. In my 45th matchup, the opponent started with Volcarona and Fluttermane, and I sent out Incineroar and Amoonguss, and honestly, I'm just going to let this one play out for itself. Going to anticipate a Grass Terra on that Volcarona, just like that one match that I had. No Grass Terra, okay. That's interesting. Perish Song, oh my gosh. And I get a free Spore off. That's actually pretty big. Yep. Not too shabby. Ooh, that burn's gonna hurt though. Oh, but the Giga Drain. I don't like that.
The heck was that? What berry did he just eat? That, like, does he just not take any damage from that now? I mean, see what happens here. Oh, that's a crit. Now we see if Incineroar hits this from the confusion. Does it? It does. It does get the Flare Blitz off. Oh, but I still survive. Amoonguss. And the Rocky Helmet. That should take it out. Let's go. Oh, that's what I needed that. I needed that so much. After having some pretty good plays and some really decent reads, this momentum carried over to the next game as I came in dealing high damage turn 1 and went on to get a double knockout with Flutter Mane and take home another win. I then won by taking down a Sableye to its Focus Sash on turn 1, losing my Feraligatr turn 2, bringing Azumarill down to half HP with a Shadow Ball, and Terrasilize my Incineroar and hitting Flare Blitz to eat an Aqua Jet, kill the Moltres, and then Rage Powder Shadow Balling my way to victory. Feraligatr then made absolute light work of a faked out Garchomp, and despite being a little bit intimidated by a Walking Wake, went on to eat a Volt Switch from Grotom and get the one-hit knockout on a Gardevoir with the Amoonguss Rage Powdering and liquidating Rotom Heat for its third knockout this game. Do not sleep on Feraligatr, okay? This guy's a monster. And after winning 4 matches in a row, I was now up to rank 9 and finally having a positive record of 25-23 for the first time in this whole video. This puts me at 48 total games and only 2 ranks left until I become a Pokemon Master. And if you thought my reign of terror ended there, fear not. The next match, I made more fantastic plays, besides when I swapped in a Grass type for a Grass type for the Incineroar to click Flare Blitz right into that spot. I still pulled through with the win. Now, naturally, this momentum wasn't going to keep up, and I ended up losing the 50th game, which sucked, but it was nothing compared to the nightmare that I was about to go through in the next game. The opponent started with Scizor and Incineroar, and I had Feraligatr and Incineroar. I decided to shut down Scizor with Fake Out and click Liquidation into Incineroar, but guess what? They swapped into a Gastrodon with Storm Drain, and now not only do I not do any damage, but it also gets, you guessed it, an attack boost. So isn't that just fun? Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also have a Surging Strikes Urshifu in the back now, which its strongest move is now completely useless. But wait, there's more! This thing then went on to Terrasilize into a freaking Fire type. So now, the only thing that's super effective to it only boosts the attack, and I can't really do any damage to it because I have 2 Water types, and the only way to take out a Fire type, it's not the only way, but the best way to take out a Fire type for my team is with Water moves that just boost this thing's attack, and it makes me very angry, and it's only a matter of time before I could just do some slight chip damage to eventually just run out of time, and you guess it, lose the game. This was the worst match of my life. Unfair to say, I am back on the struggle bus and can add one more problem to our list of things we learned and made us enraged while trying to become a Pokemon Master. The next few games were honestly pretty standard matches. I took a few losses and even fewer wins, and I ended up playing another 12 matches actually, resulting in 3 more wins, one of them being the fastest win yet with a forfeit by turn 3, but it also came with 9 losses and my first real rage quit. Doesn't kill, why would it? Why would it freaking kill? Why does that hit so hard, dude? Oh, it's protected by the psychic terrain. I'm an idiot. Ah. Come on. I mean, I wouldn't have been fast enough. I probably would have outsped, dude. Come on, dude. I was doing so good. I had such a good start. That's such a big play. But dude, I don't live this though. Oh, come on, man. I just can't catch a break, dude. How'd I not kill with that Moonblast? I know it's like a neutral effectiveness, but how do I lose that? I mean, that's EVs. Like, EVs right there. Dude, I hate this game. Game's such freaking trash. Oh my gosh. Fair to say that there's one way for me to get up to Masters. All right, there's only one way for me to do this. I am not a VGC Master. I am not. I mean, yes, I've only done 63 total VGC battles in my lifetime ever, you know, online. But I myself am not the master yet. And clearly, I hired a VGC coach for a reason.
At this point on a Saturday, I've been playing Pokemon VGC for over 7 hours total, and the mental toll that it takes on you is really starting to set in.
Are you okay?
Huh?
Are you okay?
No. I'm bad at VGC. I don't know what I'm doing.
Despite making it all the way up to rank 9, I quickly found myself back down to rank 8 again. And I've now played a total of 63 games, and if I'm going to make it to the master rank in less than 100 matches, something needs to change. On day 8, I finally caved. If there was any way for me to make it to master's rank in under 100 games, I was going to need my good and faithful coach, Nezzy.
Nezzy!
Hello.
So, you know, Nezzy, this is pretty much it right here, all right? So I am 63 battles into this ladder. I am -5. The last few battles, man, like, the amount of brain power it takes to do these battles is just absolutely insane. I need you, Nezzy. Okay? I need you. I need you.
So Nezzy and I jumped into our first battle together with him as the master and me as the puppet who's just clicking a couple buttons. To no surprise at all, we proceeded to win the next 3 games with only 1 Pokemon being taken out in the first 2 matches and the opponent forfeiting in the 3rd game. But then on the 4th game, we ran into our first real matchup together. The opponent started with a Fluttermane and a Moongus, while we bring Incineroar and a Moongus. We decide to Flare Blitz and Spore the Fluttermane. They swap into their own Incineroar, and we are left with little to no damage done, and no Spore due to the safety goggles. So we then tried to knock off the safety goggles, but instead we got faked out and another wasted turn of Spore. We doubled down, and this time they go for the exact same thing.
Either thinks that you're silly or he realizes that you were using knockoff. Uh-oh.
Okay, looks like they're going for the same thing here. Yep.
We love it.
There it is.
So
All
much
right.
fun.
I love a good mirror match, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a game here, folks.
With both of these Pokemon now asleep, both wake up at the same turn and both Flare Blitz into our Moonguses. And at this point, I'm thinking I'm just playing Nezzy, because how does this keep happening? We're literally doing an exact mirror matchup. We both decide to make a swap to bring in both Tornadus and Ogerpon. They Terrastalize, while I set up a Tailwind and lower Ogerpon's attack stats to bring in Urshifu, and then Torn goes down. We bring out Incineroar for Fake Out, but they swap into their Incineroar as we U-turn into a Moongus, and we're right back to the mirror matchup. We hit a nasty Flare Blitz, though, into a Moongus, taking it down to the red, and thanks to the burn from earlier, it goes down. But guess what? They still got their sleep off onto my Incineroar. Yay! Thanks, Amoongus. They bring back their Ogerpon, we swap in Urshifu, and to no surprise, we trade both of our Incineroars out from our water Pokemon, and with our Amoongus and their Fluttermane left.
And then I would just Surging Strikes Flutter, but you don't have a choice. You have to click Surging Strikes. I would Surging Strikes Flutter and then Spore Flutter. Actually, just Spore Ogerpon.
Okay.
Force him to do it. Force him to click Follow Me. And if he doesn't, then you win.
What is happening? Software
no.
closed. What?
What in the world?
Dude! Come on, man. That was
What
so
the
good.
heck?
My game crashes. That's right. Now I've been playing this game for like well over 300 hours, and this has only happened to me a total of like 2 times, including this super close matchup where we had a ton of intricate plays and trying to outsmart this guy, and we spent like 15 minutes playing just to take the loss. So thanks to Nezzy's help, and after starting my game back up, we were able to make some quick work of the next few matches. And by the 76th battle, we finally ranked up to rank 10, the Ultra Ball tier. And with another win under our belts from a Feraligatr hard carry, we are now 1 game away from Master Ball rank. I have never been so close to being a Pokemon Master in my entire life, and I've been playing Pokemon since I was 4. This was a monumental feeling.
Been a long journey. Done 76 battles overall. And we are completely neutral. This is a huge turning of the tides, my friend. I feel like we've come a long way, and with that, I'm going to try to do this last battle by myself. But I'm praying that we can do this. I'm going to say I absolutely have to do here. Unless it, whoever this team is, if it's like an absolute terrible play, I have to bring my boy Feraligatr. I have to do it to him. He's coming. on the road to Masters, whether he likes it or not. All right, here we go, folks. Master Ball rank matches here. Roaring Moon and Ogre Pond. Should have brought Flooded Mana here. I don't know what Roaring Moon does. I'm a little bit nervous about that. It's got a booster energy. Okay, so they go for a Terra. Definitely going to be on the Ogre Pond here. I probably should have Tailwind turn 1 instead. I kind of regret not doing that. Get the Ice Punch, not enough to take it out, which is incredibly unfortunate. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Oh, it's withdrawing. Okay, so I do get the Sylveon to go to sleep, which is nice. I think I Terra Grass, Liquidation, Landorus here, and then Pollen Puff my Feraligatr. I don't like how low he is at all. I don't like it one bit. Earth Power. He outspeeds. Stick it. Come on. No, dude. Oh, that's crucial. I just lost my Terra. I'm down to my Incineroar. What damage am I going to be doing here? That's a lose. That's a loss right there. There's no way I come back from this, right?
And there was indeed no way for me to come back. I ended up losing that match and was once again absolutely devastated. Not only did I lose that match, but after trying to climb back up, Nezzy and I fell to 5 more trainers after that until we eventually called it for the evening. But there was still a chance. I had plenty of battles to go until I got up to that total 100 battles done. So Nezzy and I set out the next day, climbed back up to Ultra Ball rank. We were once again met with what very well could be the last and final battle before I became a Pokemon Master. But this time, no speeches, no nerves, no anxiety, just good Pokemon gameplay.
This was the one.
What do we got here? We definitely
This is actually a
don't want to
Feraligatr
bring.
game.
Have to bring my boy Feraligatr. That's the one rule. So we're gonna. I think I start Incineroar. Honestly, I think I go Incineroar Feraligatr. Start, which I know is a little bit crazy, but I feel like, although, do I want to go Incineroar Tornadus to match their Tailwind?
What I would probably do here is go
They
Incineroar.
probably
or
are going to
Shifu.
set up here.
Feraligatr for sure needs to come to this matchup.
Maybe that, and then bring Feraligatr.
Among Us is also a fair option, but I think.
Do I go Urshifu?
is Best. Yeah.
Which I know is a little bit crazy. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't like not having Amoonguss, but we're gonna lock that in, I guess.
Those are the 4 I would have brought.
We're gonna lock
in
this in, I
different
guess.
order, but those are the 4 that I would have brought.
With that. Landorus and Tornadus here. Incineroar.
This is why I would
Tornadus.
have. This is why I would have led Incin or Shifu, so that way you could just pressure a knockout on Lando immediately.
They're probably going for the Tailwind as well. I think that's what we do here.
Or that happens.
And they get taunt before I can get my Tailwind. So that's fun. I mean, that's like a neutralized
Calm
thing there.
Mind. That's
I used
crazy.
Calm Mind, so I'm glad that I did Parting Shot into
Yeah,
that.
no, that's
rather
optimal.
than a Fake Out or something.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Bring
is
out my
the swap.
Feraligatr here. Oh, I should have went. No! I messed up there. I should have brought Urshifu. I forgot that I had Urshifu on the field. I should have Surging Striked.
Well,
That
I think you probably
Um,
want something that's gonna live through the turn. I would Terra Grass, click Ice Punch here. I would Terra Grass. So you just take less damage. You also make yourself weak to Bleak Wind, so
the
maybe not.
knockout on.
Lando.
Because they're probably going to do some sort of setup here, so I'm. I think I Ice Punch Landorus.
No.
Honestly, I think I'm just going to Protect with Feraligatr. Oh, I can't use Protect. Gosh darn it. No, I think I'm just going to click. Panicking here a little bit. I'm not sure on what the best moves are here. Okay, so we do see Terra.
We do
They're
see what
probably
his
gonna
Terra
Landorus,
is on
'cause that's
Lando.
the immediate. Yeah, that's the immediate pressure here. Do a poison. You set up the Tailwind.
I would have either Ice Punched or Liquidation to the Lando just to force that.
Fancier Storm.
Oh yeah, it just does affect more. Goodness gracious, that is so
Okay,
much damage.
Feraligatr lived that, so I'm happy with that.
That's
A
not
little bit
great.
of chip damage on the Bleak Wind.
That's great. That's really huge, actually. So your Urshifu outspeed and come back in.
Ice Punch.
Oh
I
my
do get a
goodness,
kill.
that
Okay.
KOs?
Good. Kill their Pokemon before
Am I
they
crazy?
kill mine. That's what the goal here is.
I might even swap Urshifu in here, so that way you're just
Did I
threatening
bring out Incin?
damage.
Let's swap Incin back in here.
Him not being able to set up Rain here is pretty big, because if you were able to set up Rain with Torn, then Urshifu can just one-shot this Lando. Yep, that's the risk.
Storm, and that's gonna hit Incineroar. That hurt. That hurts a lot, actually.
It's not the end of the world.
That's a really big mistake on my end. I messed up majorly. And I regret that decision.
I would probably get Aqua Jet off just because Lando's gonna outspeed and KO.
Gonna need Bullet Punch, and that's probably gonna kill me anyway. Yep.
Nope.
Dang it, dude. Come on. Oh, I live. Okay. Am I faster, though, than the lander is?
Nope. Wait, who's he attacking, though?
Oh! Wait, but this is pretty big.
Oh, he got the crit, though. That's actually... that's not great. Well, I mean, maybe his Tailwind expires soon, so this is probably actually really good.
Should be able to kill here, right?
I'm glad he didn't do what I said, because he might have just won the
I don't
game.
want to say that I'm completely out of this just yet.
No, why, don't Terra, don't Terra. No, because he can
So
hit
that
you.
I can get the kill for sure.
Terra removes your dark
One of these are
weakness.
probably going to be faked out.
So the rain's
Have
up,
it,
so it's
might
not
as well
really
use it.
like that big of a deal with the fire type
know
move.
if it's
But,
going to hurt me. Okay, so he does get the kill on the Feraligatr.
wow, that's just a blatant misplay by his opponent. Why would you fake out the Feraligatr?
Am I able to kill?
You should. That should
I
be
don't know if
enough.
that's enough to kill. That's not going to be enough to kill. Wait, that might be enough to kill.
Should be.
That's enough to kill. Holy smokes. Wait, is this it? Am I a Pokemon Master?
GG's.
Surging Strikes. Oh my gosh, yes! Nessie!
Wait a minute, he has a berry. Hold on, please hold.
Oh, hold. Okay. I'm stressing.
I'm pretty sure this KOs. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We get one more. We get a third one. Let's go! Yes!
All right.
Dude! There it is!
There you go.
It is! Yes! Dude, Nezzy, greatest VGC coach I could have asked for. Go follow him on Twitter. It'll be linked down in the description. And if you want to see more videos like this, where I challenge myself and do things that I haven't done before, hit this video right here, and I will see you in the next one. Just right there. Just click it.